This is the sub ladder. It comes with a simple template for the install, but I'm still going to show you through the process. For the first step, we'll install the runners. So my first tip would be, the template is longer than the inside base of the cabinet. So if you fold it over so you can still see the runners, that will then fit into the cabinet. As we're fitting the 300 wide unit, we'll be using the 300 wide position for the runners. So we'll be doing 2 folds. One will be down this side of the runner and one will be down that side of the runner. To get the template in the right position, we need to find the center point of the cabinet. So I'll just mark that now. So with us having the center position of the cabinet now, we can put the template in and start lining it up. If we line A up with that center point that we've just pre-marked, we can then start putting the template into position, ready for marking out for the screws. So that's the marked for the first runner. We'll do the same for the left runner. So we'll use 6 screws per runner. I've got the first 6 ready for the first runner here. So as I have the right hand runner, as you can see, it is drawn onto the template in that same shape. So that's the way you can try and follow when transferring it into the cabinet. Once you have the right hand runner lined up with the positions that you've already pre-marked, you then can start putting in the screws. Now that we've installed the right hand runner, we'll now install the left hand runner. If you look closely, you can see there's actually an L and an R on each of the runners, so that should just help. So you just need to make sure you get the frame the correct way around. This little bracket is always going to be the front of the frame, because these little positions here are what goes into the runner. To install the frame onto the runners, you lift it in, let it slide onto the runner, and then push it back until it clicks into place. So quick test. Perfect. To fit the brackets onto the back of the door, what we have to do is turn the template over, and on that side it has the drawings and markings for where the brackets go. To get the template into the right position, you need 2 measurements. You need your center point measurement, but you also need your door overlay measurement. That is what's marked X on the template. So the door overlay, X, is what this gap is here. And then you've got your positions for marking out the bracket. So we'll mark them with the arrow now. After marking the 4 positions for the lower bracket, you then come up to the top bracket. Just one quick tip is just making sure you're working from the correct cabinet size of unit we do. So that's the 300. On the top bracket, there's 2 positions to mark. So mark them now. These are the 6 screws we'll use to fix the 2 brackets for door attachment. We can now install the brackets, just ensuring you've got them in the correct orientation. So the bracket wants to be heading up and then it loops and comes back down. So the positions that we marked through the template. And that's the low bracket fixed. So we can now install the top bracket, again ensuring that we've got it in the correct orientation. Same as the lower, has a loop coming over the top. We're now at the position where you can fit the door to the frame. So we just line the brackets up with the frame, put them all in, and then push it down. And it clicks into place. Now that the door's fitted, let's give it a close to make sure it works okay. Perfect. Now that the unit's installed, I'll run you through the process on how to do the adjustments if it's needed. So in the packaging, you do get this information leaflet that does show you how you can do the different adjustments in 4 different ways, but I'll run you through them in the cabinet now. We have 4 different adjustments on this lower frame. We've got some drawings down on the bottom of the frame to make things easy for you. This wheel, what that does is the door rotation. We have a screw here, that's for movement up or down in height. We have the adjustment screw here, that gives you your tilt on the door. Then we have an adjustment around here, which is another screw, and that's for your lateral movement. And on the top of the door, we have your tilt adjustment, which is the screw there. Then we have your lateral movement, which is the screw just there. We're now at the point where we can install the baskets. I'll show you how that's done. For each basket, we have the 2 clips. The front clip is the larger of the clip that has the Wasago logo. The back clip is the more smoother, smaller clip. So you have the 2 location pegs and they just fit into the frame. Once you've got the basket lined up, just push it down into place and that's it locked in. The basket's installed this way with the shaped section to the front. It wraps around the frame a little bit better, makes the gap a little bit smaller to the door. That's sweet.